Hello again, and welcome back to Risner Cutlery. I'm Brian, and today we have the Pioneer Jack from Jack Wolf Knives in front of us. Let's take a look at what you get in the tube, and then we'll get into the knives. So first off, you get this little Pog, if you remember these things from the 90s. It's just a little collectible piece of cardboard. Every Jack Wolf knife comes with one of these. You also get some stickers, because everybody likes stickers. This one says Howdy, and you've got the Jack Wolf mascot on there. You actually get 2 stickers in these now, so you can give one to a friend or just put it wherever. And then we have this nice leather slip that's included as well. It's the right size for the Pioneer Jack, and it's made out of quality wet leather. It feels very well made. Leather slips are a good way to keep your knife from getting scratched up in your pocket by your keys or whatever else you keep in there. Jack Wolf's always had a well done box opening experience. That's one of the things the owner, Ben Belkin, has been big on. But that's the tube. Let's get into the knives. Alright, the first Pioneer Jack we've got today is the Fat Carbon Toxic Storm. If you've been following Jack Wolf knives, you know a lot of their patterns use carbon fiber, usually fat carbon or camo carbon. Toxic Storm is one of my favorite handle materials. It's got a really cool greenish yellow color, kind of like a poison dart frog. It's got a nice firm opening action, not super tough to get open, but it probably helps to have a decent fingernail or a strong pinch grip. The blade is S90V and the integral bolster and liner is made out of titanium, so you get a premium blade steel, and the titanium really makes this knife weigh a lot less than you might expect when you first pick it up. Additionally, the blades are hollow ground. You can see that a bit here. Okay, this next Pioneer Jack is going to be the smooth titanium version. As you can see, everything is titanium. The bolster, liner, handle, and even the screws are all 6AL4V bead blasted titanium. This is a smooth titanium, but it's not slippery, it's not polished or anything like that, so you can still get a nice solid grip on the knife. Some of the more polished titaniums can get a bit difficult to hold in your hand once you get sweaty or wet, but no issues with that here. The blade has been hand finished. You might be able to notice that on the blade. The satin looks very well done. This is a nice little sodbuster design, or more specifically a farmer's knife. The little upsweep at the back of the handle gives it that distinction. Ben's a big fan of the traditional looks, and so am I, especially in S90V and titanium. It's just a really well put together little knife. Moving along down the line, next up we have the Fat Carbon Dark Matter Blue version. This one's a bit more subdued than the Toxic Storm handle, but you can see those nice swirls of blue mixed in with the black carbon fiber. The way these handles are made means that each one is unique. Some will have more blue, some less. This is a pretty good example of an average one though. Everything is well built on these Pioneer Jacks. The handles are flush with the bolsters, the carbon's nice and smooth with nothing sticking out. No little threads of carbon peeling off. Each one opens and closes with a consistent action, and the blades are all centered as well. This one is belt finished. The grind of the blade is different than the hand finished one we just saw. Regardless of hand or belt finish, the blade is always very sharp as a result of that hollow grind. This one's a bit different from what we've seen before. This one has an Ultem handle, and Ultem is a type of polymer designed to withstand high heat and hold its shape in industrial applications. But here we find it on a Jack Wolf knife, and I think it looks pretty neat. It's semi-transparent, and this one has been polished up, it looks like, to give it a bit of a glossy, reflective finish. The blade is once again S90V with another nice belt finish. This one takes my vote for best looking of the group, just barely beating out the Toxic Storm Pioneer Jack. I'm a big fan of acrylic or resin handles. If you remember the laid back Jack from our previous video, the purple Kieranite looked really good on that. Jack Wolf Knives always has great looking handle materials, in addition to the fantastic build quality. Here's the last one. This one's a bit different than the others in that it's Jigga Titanium with a DLC coat on the whole thing. DLC being diamond-like coat, which is a protective finish seen on higher end knives. It's not the usual powder coat, this is a much finer grain. The jigging pattern is great here. That's something both TPK and Jack Wolf knives have been fans of, and it's not hard to see why. The titanium is nice and smooth too. There's no sharp points sticking out to cut your finger or mess up your pocket with. So there you have it. The Jack Wolf knives, Pioneer Jacks. These are just really well made, great looking, traditional sodbusters with modern materials. They'll do everything you need a decent work knife to do, and they'll look really good while you do it. As always, we appreciate you watching. If you want to see more, head on over to traditionalpocketknives.com and check out some other Jack Wolf knives and modern traditionals while you're there. Take care, and we'll see you next time.